Hey! Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing my Outsiders timeline. Now, for those of you out there that don't know anything about my timelines or haven't seen any of my timeline videos before, basically what I do is I take a specific superhero or a comic book, like a comic book team, and I take all the trades and graphic novels that I own for that specific team or hero and lay them flat down in exact chronological order, giving you guys a timeline. Which tells you guys what goes where and what goes first, and basically gives you a reading order for that specific comic book hero, team, or just comic book in general. And I've done many of these timelines before. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Teen Titans, Justice League, Supergirl, Green Lantern. I've done a lot of them. And Outsiders was the next on my list to do. Now the reason why I'm doing my Outsiders timeline so far away from all my other timelines is because I wanted to review all my Outsiders stories beforehand. Seeing that we have reviewed all the Outsiders stories up until the latest graphic novel for the Outsiders at this point, which would be The Hunt, it would be time to jump in to the timeline itself. So with that said, the timeline is going to be very basic, very simple, but I am going to kind of give you the points on exactly when the teams change and when we enter into a new era for the Outsiders. Okay? So with that said, let's jump into the Outsiders timeline. Okay, here is the Outsiders timeline. Now, one small little note is that there has been a few Outsiders team-up stories, such as Outsiders in Checkmate, Checkout, or Outsiders, Teen Titans, The Insiders. I decided not to put these in the timeline because I wanted to focus on the Outsiders as a team itself rather than any team-up that they've had. So, enough gibbering and jabbering, let's just jump right into this timeline. To start things off is with the original team created by Batman himself. Showcase presents Batman the Outsiders, Volume 1. Now, don't be confused with what I just said there. There's only been one volume. Unfortunately, they haven't released any more volumes from the Showcase Presents library for the Outsiders. I hope they do in the future, but for now, this is what we get for the original team. Why Batman brought them together, what's their purpose, and exactly who are the members. So with that said, eventually the Outsiders disband, and a new Outsiders team is created many years later, and that would start Arsenal's and Nightwing's leadership with this new Outsiders team, with Outsiders looking for trouble. This also starts Judd Winnick's long run on the Outsiders for a team. After that, we have Outsiders, Sum of All Evil. From there, we go to Outsiders, Volume 3, Wanted. And then we go on to Outsiders, Crisis Intervention. Now, the Infinite Crisis happens during the story, and then we get the 1 year later story with Outsiders, The Good Fight. From there we go to Outsiders, Pay As You Go. Now, we come to kind of a turning point for the Outsiders with Outsiders 5 of a Kind. Now, although this is still under the Outsiders title, this really starts the Batman Outsiders team, the relaunch of the Batman Outsiders title. This story is Batman kind of drafting and re-recruiting the Outsiders team for his new Outsiders team that he's been creating. So after Batman and the Outsiders 5 of a Kind, or that's what it should be called, but it's really just called Outsiders 5 of a Kind, we go on to Batman and the Outsiders, the Chrysalis, or Chrysalis, again, God knows how do you pronounce that. But anyways, from there we go to Batman and the Outsiders, The Snare. Now this is only a 2-volume run with this title, because Batman R.I.P. happens right about here, and a few issues haven't been collecting under trade. But after Batman disappears, the new Outsiders team is created with senior veteran members by Alfred, with Outsiders, The Deep. And then finally we go into the most recent one, Outsiders, The Hunt. So, with that said, we're just going to take one more good look at this timeline here so that you guys can see every single trade one more time. Unfortunately, there has been a few issues of the Outsiders that haven't been collected into trade. It's kind of a bummer, but you know, it happens. However, the Outsiders title seems to be getting stronger and stronger, and they're continuing with it, and there's actually a new Outsiders trade coming out fairly soon. So, with hopefully the support of fans out there, we'll get more and more Outsiders stories and continue this fantastic team. So, there you go. That is the Outsiders timeline. So, let's just wrap up this video. There is your Outsiders timeline. It's not the biggest timeline out there, but I guess that could be kind of good if you want to get into the Outsiders, because there's not overwhelmingly a lot of stuff out there that you need to buy. Like, say, if you wanted to get into Batman or Justice League, there's a lot of trades. But with the Outsiders, there's a fair amount of trades that you can get into it, enjoy it, and not worry about breaking the bank on it. Now, I do recommend reading the Outsiders. They're a great team. They're a fun team, and, well, they're kind of like a guilty pleasure. They're that team out there that not everyone's going to buy, but if you do buy them and you do read them, you will enjoy them. They're fun, they're enjoyable, and really that's all we want from comics. So with that said, I am going to post up this timeline on my website where I have a lot of timelines written down. I won't be posting it this week, however, I'm probably going to post it in a week or two. So, if you want to, after watching this video, in about a week or two, check out the site and get the full list there. So with that said, I'm going to end this review here. Thank you for watching my video, and this is Andrew saying peace out for now.